what they know about the underground passages of the cave. This area. Caves. The other longest one is in Mexico. So water flows underground to the Green River. Yeah, geological. Geological time. Shows where the cave would look. It's a biosphere reserve. It's also a World Heritage Site. Indoor visitor center. This is my husband.
Johnson's crew had drilled. And that was about 220 feet drilling overall after they did that.
And there's the entrance.
In 1858 by William Cortlandt Prentice. Behind me, we would have gone down Franklin Avenue to Serena's Arbor, where there's some very nice formations. And there's also a lot of graffiti.
On this cave tour, that's some of the stuff on the walls. Pretty big passageway here.
But you see, it's very humid in the cave. It's over 80% humidity. And that humidity will draw out the gypsum through the pores of this limestone, much like sweat being drawn through the pores of your skin, and deposited on the walls somewhere around the thickness of a dime every 100 years. It's a slow forming formation. If anybody has ever been, or maybe in the future go into the historic entrance, when you go in that entrance, you will see gypsum. But it looks nothing like this. Nothing like this. Because you see, from about 5,000 years ago until about 2,000 years ago, off and on, American Indian men were going into that part of the cave. And from all available evidence, it was just men who were going down into the cave. And they're down there off and on for 3,000 years with these cane reed torches, which is just a type of bamboo they would have cut down from the Green River, which still grows down there. And they would light it with foxglove, and they're down there looking around in the cave. And this gypsum is kind of like Velcro. And all that soot just absorbed into that gypsum. Soot causing that. Also, once upon a time, tour guides let you do just whatever you wanted to down here. Used to be a lot of drinking in the cave. Oh, they found liquor bottles, ale bottles all over the place. Men in the cave shooting off their guns. Yes. People allowed to smoke write their names. You're going to see that when we're in the snowball room. With these old beef tallow candles. Scratch their name. Take out artifacts. Folks, for over 100 years of guided tours, this place was nothing but a clearinghouse.
On the Wild Cave tour, trying to make their...
That's why they have that size restriction. There's no more room.
Yeah.
That's the spot.
He's trying to get through that teeny little hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty... Yeah, he's very, very tight there.
This tour, they get places maybe 9 inches wide. Might crawl like that for about 100 feet or so. And I see Jen and Chelsea back there. And folks, if we were on that long route that I was talking about, no matter how long it was, according to Mr. Hovey, it was 9 miles. I believe it would have taken, not counting the boat ride, but it would have taken longer than 8 to 9 hours to do, I believe. Because you see, I know what Mr. Hovey was doing when he came down here. To write that book, he's just walking the route. He's writing things down. We would have brought food down here, set up the meal, or we would have had a food runner. And during slavery times, this would have been done by a slave. And that food runner would have come to a certain point in the cave, set up that meal, so when that long route got there, they would be able to eat the cave. And here at Jenny Lynn's table, we know this was a popular spot because we found a lot of wine bottles, or parts of wine bottles down here. Does anybody know what this might be? You're absolutely right, it's a chicken ball. Chicken down here. So they would eat their meal, drink their liquor, their wine, or whatever was for the law.
The last rose of summer.
This is called the last rose of summer.
What is this one called?
The floral cross.
Oh, cool. It is. It looks like a cross. There's a P.G. Barnum tour. There's 1852, the graffiti.
There's water fountains here.
Graffiti from
Right over
1852.
here, right over there.
The Snowball Room. Another graffiti
And then
from
on the other side over
1872.
here, anybody know the name of the woman who played Granny?
Irene Ryan.
Very good. A native Kentuckian. Here's her name right here from 1937. Are we 100% we'll see more of those later. Are we 100% sure that's the Irene Ryan? No, but more than likely.
Alice's Grotto, just off Kentucky Avenue. Some actual formation.
But something happened, and this is now dormant. Do you think in the future something could happen again and these formations become active again? What do you think?
Sure.
Absolutely. Could happen tomorrow. Might not be until 1,000 years from now. But at some point it can and probably will become.
There, if you can make out a turtle head out of a rock.
What about this ceiling? Do you think that's natural? I had a gentleman one time who swore up and down, believed this, wanted to know who plastered the ceiling. I said, sir, it's just the underneath of Interstate 65. But I can understand why he would feel like that. Because everybody knows what the cave is made out of, and that is limestone. Easy way to remember that. Carbonated water, folks, it is really great stuff. That is what has chemically and physically dissolved about 2 cubic miles of Mammoth Cave. And it's the reason why we're going to see all the formations. Here's why. This carbonated water is carving out this limestone, and life is good. But let's say that carbonated water comes to an open place, say right here, right there, and is exposed to the air. What happens to that carbonation?
Redeposited limestone. Lost its carbonation. It's the first real big formations we've seen. This is 45 feet. 45 feet long. And it's like 49 steps or 5 short flights.
Right there. That is the frozen Niagara, the hanging draperies. When you go around the fence a little while, the fence
Here. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow. It's just hanging up over our heads. There's columns too. The frozen Niagara. And that was the drapery room we were in. The most spectacular ones we've seen. Starts way up here. Goes right there. Some more.
Travel from
Way down there.
and you would basically come out on this ridge. So it was a long tour. 100 feet or a few hundred feet below us now.
I know, and it won't film up there. It's fuzzy. This is very good though. Oh, Crystal Lake.
Yeah, this is Crystal Lake.
Oh, there is water down there, yes.
Yeah. When it's
Nice.
raining outside or any type of precipitation, it does come through this section very quickly and it's very active. The formations, water from the surface seeps through the soil and into the bedrock, and you can, through cracks and different crevices in the rock, and then it makes its way here, and the formations will be very active.
It's the wet part of the cave, so it's, oh my gosh, much more flow stone just everywhere. Yeah, here they're going from the bottom to the top through the flow stone. More really cool looking formations here. Our chariot awaits us. Stones and dripstones was part of our tour. We also saw the frozen Niagara.